Every worker in the United States has legal rights under OSHA. If you are unfamiliar with OSHA, it is the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, an agency of the United States Department of Labor that is responsible for regulating employees' safety and health on the job. So to put it simply, OSHA is there to help keep employees safe on the job. As an OSHA consulting company, Lancaster Safety helps employers comply with OSHA, which then in turn helps keep employees safe. So today we would like to go over some of the top questions we receive regarding employees' rights and responsibilities under OSHA. Please note that the material provided in this webinar today is for general information purposes only. So this does not count towards company-specific safety and health training as required by OSHA and should not be taken as legal advice. So let's get started. Every employee has the right to be trained on any safety and health hazard that they might encounter on the job in a language and manner that is understood. Employers should be providing this training, and they have various options to do so. So for example, employers can either provide this training in-house or have an OSHA consulting company like LSCI come in and provide the training for you. If there are employees that do not speak English, a bilingual trainer or translator can be brought in as an acceptable way to ensure that all employees understand the material. Employees also have the right to work with equipment that is adequate and safely maintained. So some examples of this are things like machine guarding, power and hand tools, mobile equipment, etc. Personal protective equipment, or PPE for short, must be provided by the employer and given to the employee. This includes PPE for eyes, face, head, and extremities, protective clothing, respiratory devices, and protective shields and barriers when necessary. PPE is necessary when hazards or processes of environment, chemical hazards, radiological hazards, or mechanical irritants encountered in a manner capable of causing injury or impairment in the function of any part of the body through absorption, inhalation, or physical contact. We recommend having a safety professional come in to evaluate what PPE may be needed at your facility. So again, as always, feel free to contact us at 888-403-6026 for more information. But the question is, who pays for PPE? Personal protective equipment must be provided by the employer at no cost to employees. However, they are not required to pay for non-specialty items as listed here on your screen. If an employee chooses to provide their own PPE, the employer must ensure that the equipment is adequate before allowing the employee to use it and is not required to reimburse the employee for that equipment. Employees also have the right to the following. They can report any injuries, illnesses, or incidents on the job without any fear of retaliation by the employer. They can request copies of the company's OSHA 300 log, which is a log of all injuries and illnesses from the last year. They can receive copies of all of their personal medical records, and employers must keep this information confidential. They can discuss and share safety and health concerns with the employer without any retaliation from the employer. They can receive information and training on job hazards, including all hazardous substances in the workplace. If you have safety concerns and your employer doesn't seem too interested in fixing the issue, you might find yourself wondering, what can I do now to fix this issue without getting fired for reporting to my boss to OSHA? There are laws in place for this very situation. The OSHA Act prohibits employers from retaliating against employees who file an OSHA complaint, participate in an OSHA inspection, talk to an OSHA inspector, seek access to medical records and injury or illness statistics, or if they bring up any health and safety issue. We always recommend speaking up to your employer first before getting OSHA involved. Employer retaliation doesn't just include the fear of getting fired or going on leave. It also includes being demoted, being denied overtime or benefits, being intimidated or disciplined by the employer, or being denied a promotion. We always recommend speaking up to the employer first before getting OSHA involved. But if you want to file an OSHA complaint to OSHA anonymously, you can visit their website at www.osha.gov to learn more. A few items to be aware of when deciding to file a complaint are that employees do not have to cite a specific OSHA standard in order to file a complaint. So basic information such as this process produces a strong smell and irritant that is affecting employees' breathing can be submitted. Complaints should be filed as soon as possible, and OSHA will keep all contact information confidential. So if you're working and notice an OSHA officer conducting an inspection, you should know that you have options with your involvement level during the inspection. You have the right to seek out and speak to the OSHA officer, choose to not speak to the OSHA officer, or opt out of participating in employee interviews. If you are asked to be interviewed and you agree, then you can also ask that the discussion take place in a private setting. The officer may ask employees various questions regarding the safety and health operations at the workplace. And again, employees may refuse to answer any question without a need to provide a reason why. If your employer provides safety and health training, pay attention and be engaged. This training is for you. Your employer cares enough about your safety and wants to do what is right. Also, make sure to read the workplace safety and health poster so that you know all of your rights. Having this knowledge really goes a long way. If you see a safety hazard, report it. You could be preventing an injury by making sure management fixes the hazard. Employees should report any hazards or potential hazards found on the job. Look out for your coworkers. Next, follow all safety and health rules and operating procedures and be responsible for your own actions. This includes wearing all required personal protective equipment. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen in today. If you have any further questions, please call Lancaster Safety at 888-403-6026. And as always, we'll be happy to help you. We truly appreciate your time and hope you'll take advantage of our monthly safety and health webinars. Everyone is invited to attend and they're always free. Thank you and have a safe day.